Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Tuesday. My name is Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 5 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. So to bring in a message from you to them and them to you, or to connect with anything you may both be struggling with, I'm going to bring in 2 decks that work very well together. These are my decks. I'm going to bring in the Longing Heart of the Divine Feminine, and we're going to use this deck to connect with you, and the Divine Masculine Deepest Concerns to connect with the energy of them. So again, take the label away. It doesn't really matter if you connect with yourself as the feminine or the masculine, or them as the feminine and the masculine. This is going to bring in the deepest concerns and the longing heart of you. We're also going to bring in the beautiful signs and synchronicities deck. I'm going to bring in the secret language of animals. I used the secret language of light yesterday, so I'm going to bring in the secret language of animals today. And I'm going to bring in the beautiful Gothic Tarot by Stokes. This is a beautiful deck. And I just wanted to read you what it says on the back of this, because I always throw the guidebook away. In other words, what I do is I don't really read the guidebooks unless I find the deck super interesting at the time, when I'm doing a reading. But I picked it up this morning and I picked it up that way round and noticed what it said on the back. And, the person who created this deck, Chip Richards, he put, "I love to think of nature." And obviously this is an animal deck, and we're always being communicated through nature, because they're giving me a block in the throat. So remember, if you're not communicating with your person right now, if there's blocks there, and that's what they're giving me, a block in the throat, or if you feel you want answers or some kind of solution, and you start praying about it and asking for help, you receive messages, whether it's through signs, synchronicities, animals, things you see when you're outdoors in nature. And Chip says, "I love to think of nature as an unlimited broadcasting station through which God speaks to us every hour, if we only will tune in." Isn't that beautiful? So we have to be aware, we have to be observing what's going on around us, not on our phone or busy or overthinking. When we are relaxing and in a calm state of allowing, that's when we receive all the answers. And I really wanted to share that with you. So let's connect then and see what's going on. So first of all, what's happening with you today? Straight out, okay? Look at that, I can't stop crying. So you may be feeling emotional today. What's going on with them? What's going on with them today? What's going on with them today? And what's the message? What's that one there? I'm undress you in my mind. It's so powerful this card's come out, because I was connecting with this yesterday. When I said I felt like my top was falling down. They want to undress you, and that's what they're thinking about today. So maybe you weren't thinking of that yesterday, but today you are. Maybe you're feeling the Kundalini today. So what signs are coming in for you today? What signs are coming in for you today? What signs are coming in for you today? Synchronicities, messages, what do you need to know? Again, it may be taking its time to come. So maybe you've asked for a sign, or you've asked for a synchronicity, or you've asked for an answer or some guidance, and you may feel like, when's it going to turn up, or when's it going to come? And it is coming, just be patient. So the guidance for them today, and what's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. So I feel this is about movement and change. So what's the animal guiding you today? What's the animal that's guiding you today, and why? What's the animal that's guiding them today, your person, and why? And what's the animal guiding the journey today? Thank you, angels. Jump straight out there. Very clear messages coming through. 1 card today. 1 card in each deck. What's the energy around you with the tarot? Still, again, I feel 1 card. What's the energy around them today with the tarot? So a lot of clarity coming in today, I feel. Clarity. Things making more sense. Action steps being known. What's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. So let's see what's happening then. So you're saying today, I can't stop crying and I don't know how to heal this. So you may be crying a lot today. Now, you may be crying because you're feeling emotional. Okay, you're feeling emotional about things in general. You could be crying because you're feeling and sensing their emotions, because there's a lot of passion and desire between you right now. But you're saying, I can't stop crying because I don't know how to heal this, or I don't know how to stop crying. I don't know what to do. Now, I'm not saying every single one of you is going to be crying your eyes out today, but you may be feeling a bit emotional. You may be feeling a bit teary. Maybe you're okay 1 minute, so then you have a cry. Or maybe you're crying tears of gratitude, or tears of blessings or joy. So it's not just sorrow we cry for, or pain. We cry about the joy and the bliss too. So I feel this is like ups and downs. You're feeling up and down, you're feeling emotional. Some of you will be crying tears, some of you won't. Maybe the ones of you that aren't crying need to. So you may need to cry. It may be a huge sign here that if you're not sure how to heal this right now, you may just need to have a big cry. And then you may feel like you can't stop crying because once it comes out of you, it's a release. You know, when we cry, our soul is smiling because we're releasing. You know how it is when you have a good cry after, when you haven't had one for a while. It feels really good. It may not be good while you're actually crying because when you have a real deep, ugly cry, an intense cry, it can make you get hiccups. You can block your nose. You can get a headache. You feel like you can't breathe sometimes when you're crying that strongly and intensely. But after, when you've calmed down and relaxed a little bit, you just feel 100 times better. So I feel tears are helping today. So if you're feeling emotional or teary or you're getting emotional, don't see it as weakness or vulnerability or I shouldn't be doing that. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow it to come through. As they say, better out than in. It really is. So if you're saying I can't stop crying because I don't know how to heal this, it could well be that you need to have a good cry to heal it. But you may be crying today because you're thinking, I don't know how to heal this. I don't know what to do. Maybe you're crying because you've had an argument or you fell out with them and they've blocked you or they're not speaking to you or there's distance or whatever the situation is. Maybe you're just crying because they're with someone else and you don't know how to heal it. Well, the angel's saying to you, the way you heal this is by allowing things to unfold naturally, by letting go, because there is going to be a reconciliation. There is going to be an apology. You are going to make repairs. You are going to sort it out. So you've got the needle and thread there showing you that it's already underway. If you've been praying about this, if you've been asking your angels to bring in a reconciliation, please help us to sort this out. Okay, and please is a very desperate way of talking to the angels. Instead of you say, thank you, angels, for repairing this. Thank you, angels, for healing this. Thank you, angels, for helping me and for creating the way. That's allowing. Okay, so if you're saying please, 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 it's a very kind of desperate, needing something energy. Whereas if you were saying thank you, it's in gratitude. You're already seeing it as done. So I feel many of you have been praying about this and you may be thinking, I just don't know how to heal it, but it's coming. It's coming in time. Patience is the key here. It's coming. There's no need to worry. And the emotion is a sign that you are alive. If you didn't love them so much, if you weren't such a passionate person, if you weren't such an authentic version of you, you wouldn't cry. They give me fear, or you wouldn't feel all this fear that needs to be released. A lot of fear there being released. So you wouldn't feel all these emotions. It's a sign that you are alive, that you are authentic. Again, they give me blocks in the throat chakra, that you want to sort things out, that you want to move things forward, that you don't want things to remain stuck or stagnant. You want to sort it out. However, a lot of the time, if you're trying to fix it or trying to force it, it goes backwards. And then things happen like you get blocked or the universe creates a delay because you're learning to surrender. You're learning to give it to heaven, knowing the universe is on this. So I do feel if you're crying your tears today, if you're worried about fixing it, if you want to heal it, if you're wondering if you're going to sort things out, this is your sign with the needle and thread there that you will. You will reconcile. You are going to sort it out, make repairs. They are going to apologise to you. Maybe you feel you want to apologise to them. So it could be a mutual apology coming in. But I feel the message is, whatever you're crying about today, let it out to you and then wipe your tears away because it's going to be okay. And they give me the word faith. Okay, we've got earth here, but they give me the word faith. So have faith while you walk this earth. Have faith on this journey right now. And the earth here is about grounding. So I feel that you need to be grounding yourself today. Because when we go off into our head, we're not grounded. We feel off our head, out of our head with worry and anxiety and fear. And yes, that can bring tears up too. So you may feel that way today. You may feel a little bit emotional, out of control. And if you watch the weekly reading, Monday and Tuesday was about stop complaining and start facing things. Start facing your fears head on. I feel you're feeling them as well because this is what they are doing right now because they want to repair things and they want to sort things out. So they may also be mirroring this energy. They may be thinking, I don't know how to fix it. They may be crying. They may be emotional. And they may be crying when they're on their own. So I'm not saying they're all sitting around crying. You know, they do it differently. They do it when they're in bed. A tear may fall down the face. Or when they're in the shower, they may have a cry, or they release it. The same way they sort out their desire when they are on their own, you know, in the shower or wherever they are. So the earth is connecting with the physical self via the 3D self. So it may be the 3D self right now that's causing problems, which is the ego, which is making you feel out of control or out of your mind with worry or uncertainty about what's coming. So it's so important you ground yourself. And the quickest way to ground yourself is through 3 deep breaths in and out. Breathing in through the nose, then breathing out through the mouth. And then repeating that. Doing that 3 times centers you. It brings you back into your body. When your mind's somewhere else, you and your body are out of sync. So when you breathe 3 deep breaths in and out, you realign your energy. And then straight after, affirm, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Say that 3 times also, and you'll feel grounded again. You can also ground yourself, obviously, by going out in nature, going into the earth, going outdoors and feeling connected with the sky and the breath of the air. Breathing in the air. You may want to do breath work outdoors, or sitting under a tree is very grounding. Hugging a tree. Being around the ocean. It can also center you because it brings you back to how powerful God is. So your physical body needs grounding right now through nature, through nurturing your body and cultivation. So you may also want to cultivate what you're doing. You may think, right, I'm spending way too much time on social media every day, scrolling through my phone, paying attention to things that are just toxic to me, like looking at their social media or their karmic partner's social media, or watching 100 different readings. Because at the end of the day, if you've watched this reading, for example, it's giving you what you need and you feel replenished from it and uplifted, and then you go and watch perhaps a reading that isn't as uplifting or connecting with heaven, and you feel down again, you're in conflicting energy. So maybe restrict what you're doing. Maybe think, right, I'm just going to watch a few YouTube videos today instead of like 20 or 30. You know, I'm not saying everyone's doing that. Or maybe think, right, I'm going to spend some time centering myself and really being in the present moment today. So you may think, right, I'm not going to pay so much attention to the TV. Perhaps you're thinking, instead of watching the TV, I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to do some meditation, or I'm going to do whatever it is. Or I'm not going to spend any time gossiping on the phone. I'm going to do a meditation instead. So I feel this is cultivating what you're doing to ground yourself. It could just be that you choose a time during the day to do those breaths. Or you notice, you become more aware as you go around your day when you're feeling uncertain, when you're feeling a bit concerned, worried, emotional, and you're able to breathe yourself back into the now. And the tarot, you've got the Knight of Cups. So you can feel not only that they want to undress you, which is coming through. Okay, and I love this because she's got an off-the-shoulder top on, and I have today. I mean, obviously I'm meant to wear this as an off-the-shoulder top, but I do prefer to wear a top underneath. You know, it just makes me feel more secure. But, you know, this is about being undressed, and that's what I'm seeing, taking the straps down. So if you're a lady, you know, they want to take your bra straps down, you know, or if you're a guy, you know, they want to take your shirt off or your t-shirt off, or that's what I'm feeling. And you're sensing this. So you sense this communication is coming, you sense all this energy. That may also be why you're getting emotional. They give me a block because you do feel these blocks being lifted. So I am feeling this block. It's like coughing things up, clearing the air, sorting things out. That's what I'm connecting with. And you can sense and feel this in your body. And you can feel that this Kundalini is rising. So you're going to feel all the desire. You know, what she's doing there, she's kind of got a hand on her thigh there. So again, she's feeling it. So it's touch, it's physical touch. You can feel this. So they are saying, I want to undress you in my mind. I undress you in my mind. That's what they are doing. So whatever they are doing today, they will have moments where they go into these fantasies about you, these thoughts about undressing you, spending time with you, being intimate with you. They may have had a very vivid dream where they've undressed you and it's taken a long time and it's been very appealing to them. Or maybe they are actually watching you undress yourself in front of them. So there's definitely a lot of heat and chemistry and attraction and desire and longing and wanting coming from them right now, passion and fire. And this is also a concern to them, because if they're with someone else, they know, come on, what am I doing? Why am I still here? I need to be there with you. The one I truly long for, the one I truly want to be with. And they may be getting very frustrated and concerned if they can't get to you. Now, the sign of synchronicity is, look at this, it's like a hold up right now. So it says rejection is protection. They are not rejecting you right now. Your journey is being protected. So if they're pushing you away, or they are not proceeding, it's because they are processing. They're doing it in their own time. They want to come forward at the right time. So many of them, they want to rush in and undress you. Trust me, they do. I'm feeling it, and I know you will be feeling it too. However, some of them can't at this moment, or they are making sure they are holding themselves back until they're free. They want to touch you when it's right. They want to touch you when they can hold you after, when they can fall asleep with you and wake up with you, not when they're coming over and then running away. So a lot of them are holding themselves at arm's length from you. It's not rejection, it's a protection. And remember, rejection is redirection to a better time, to another time, when they can actually be with you in another way. And they may actually be holding themselves back because they feel like you're going to reject them, because they are worried about if they make advances on you and you're going to put boundaries up. Do you still want them? Do you desire them? They go into their own insecurities as well about not being good enough for you. They go into insecurity about the way they look and the way they come across to you, because they get very nervous around that, because you may see them as this god or goddess, but in their eyes, they don't see themselves that way. They see themselves as flawed and with no confidence, no self-worth. So I'm feeling two things. I feel the first thing is they're not proceeding towards you at this moment, even though you can feel it. And you know it's coming, because you can feel it in your body and you're feeling all these emotions, because they're afraid of being rejected by you. And that could even be because you fell out, you've had an argument. This could be why you're crying. You don't know how to fix it. They may not know how to come forward and fix it right now. They're trying to work that out. They are stopping and thinking about that. But I do feel some of them are waiting for the right time. So it's not a rejection, it's a protection. Maybe I feel someone watching may have actually made advances towards them. So you may have made advances towards them and they've said no. Okay, or the other way around, they've made advances to you and you've said no, because there's a boundary there until they're free or you're free or something can move forward in a new way. And that may bring up a fear of rejection now, or it could bring up tears. So you take this how it resonates with you, but ultimately I'm feeling like they want to undress you, but it's not the right time. And you're being protected by the hand of God so that it will be at the right time. And that's why we've got the python, because the snake is a very kind of intimate energy. So what I'm feeling with the snake, first of all, is the desire, parts of the body as well. Use your imagination. But I'm seeing this a very intense, sensual, 18 plus energy with this. So the python is also the wood snake. So it's also another sign the wood snake is guiding them to release things that don't serve them, to release their karmic situation, for example, so they can be with you physically without any guilt or regret or remorse, knowing they can give all of themselves to you, not just some of themselves, where the mind is worrying or in fear about what's going to happen or timings or anything like that, being on a clock. They want to spend this time with you. And I'm also seeing this as a huge sign of change, because obviously the wood snake is releasing things. So obviously releasing what needs to go, but also the release of the clothing, shedding the skin. So they want to be with you naked. They want to get vulnerable with you as well, because nakedness isn't just about body on body. It's about vulnerability too, and being honest and open with each other. And I am feeling that. And there is a beautiful song, I think it's a beautiful song, anyway, called by Rihanna, called Skin. And it's about no clothes, no shirt, take it off. It's about being vulnerable and naked with each other in many ways. So it's not just about the intimacy, which they definitely do desire, but they also want to undress you in other ways. They want to get to know you. They want to know all of you. They want to know the inner parts of you as well as the outer parts of you. And the python is about discernment, detachment, transformation and renewal. So I'm definitely feeling again that they are holding themselves back and seeming to be detached even though they're not. So they could be in silence, they could be not replying to you, whatever they're doing, because they're transforming into this new version of themselves to be reborn as someone brand new. So they come to you and they can be all in with you. Now, in the tarot, we've got the 8 of Wands and we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse. So I definitely am feeling that this is the movement, the action, the passion, wanting to take control, because the 8 of Wands is that movement. And a lot of them just want to jump in their car and drive to you, or get on that plane and come to you, or be in your presence. They want that. However, they know they've got to release these burdens first, and that's what they're working on. Ending these cycles, releasing these burdens, getting rid of the baggage, anything that needs to be released. That's what's being worked on. Very powerful. So the energy around the journey right now is, again, what I'm seeing this as, they're showing it me. I know that not shoes. This is like some kind of safety life belt thing here. But I'm seeing this as shoes. Okay, it's like shoes or feet wanting to move forward, and there being some kind of gate there. So again, it's like they're waiting for the right time. It's like if you're waiting to start a race. Say if you are getting ready to run a race and you've got to wait for that starting pistol to fire, or you've got to wait for someone to say ready, steady, go, or you've got to wait for the countdown. So it's like they're waiting for the right time. They want this though. They're so pumped up with emotion. It's like a volcano that's ready to explode, and you're going to sense and feel that. Well, they show me like this fence around them. And again, this could be the what they're trapped in, but it's a guard, it's a protection. So it says self-protection, guardian, safety. So it's like they are being guided by their guardian angel to wait, or you're being guided by your guardian angel to wait, to have faith, because it's a protection. It's a protection not being together right now, because it's a redirection to a better time. Now, we've got the stick insect coming through, and this says stillness, awareness, discernment, composure. So again, it's all happening in the stillness, in the still of the night. They gave me that song, Still of the Night, out of Dirty Dancing, when Baby and Johnny are lying together in the still of the night, the song's on, in the still of the night. So again, this could be in the still of the night, they are thinking about you, wanting you, desiring you. So lying awake at night, restless nights, sleepless nights, wanting you, desire. You may be feeling that as you're falling asleep, or as you're lying in bed yourself. You may be feeling that energy, that power. But in the stillness, they're coming into this awareness, and so are you. And I feel this also about you becoming more aware of you. So obviously feeling those emotions, allowing yourself to feel those tears, to cry those tears, to sense yourself, to understand yourself better. And when you've had a good cry, then to compose yourself. So I definitely feel this is waiting for the right time to move forward. It's like if you throw a stick to a dog, it automatically goes to it. Okay, but if it doesn't, you wonder why. And I feel like you're like, I'm not saying you're a stick. What I mean is, they know how juicy you are. It's like you're this juicy steak that they want to just ravenously eat. And, they want to just taste every part of you. But they're holding themselves back until it's the right time. They're doing it right. This is good. It's good news, because it shows you've either been setting boundaries, or they have, or God has. So you come together in the right way. So you respect and honour each other. And as frustrating as it can be when you desire someone, want someone, and you want to jump the bones, you're also being reminded that this is for your protection and your highest good, and for the good of your future union. So we've got the Tower, and we've got the Tower the right way around, the Two of Swords in reverse. Now this is really interesting, because yesterday we also had the Two of Swords. And on the Two of Swords cards in the deck we used yesterday, I didn't pick up on it until actually after. There's a flower in between. The flower is about something blooming. So with the Two of Swords in yesterday's reading, I feel it was a sign that in the stuck energy, in the delay, in the block, in the stillness, there is a flower blooming. Something is being created. And today on the Two of Swords, we've got the feathers. And this was in reverse anyway, which is a huge sign that blocks and delays are coming to an end. So again, you've got the feather, which is a symbol of protection. And I'm seeing that one sword there as a decision. So there's a decision being made here to wait until the right time. And that's causing all this chaos and disruption inside. So I definitely feel there is some karmic endings taking place. They're either happening now or they're coming, because that's what needs to happen for things to move forward. And when I say karmic endings, I'm not just talking about relationships. This could be things to do with their own mind, breaking through the barriers of their mind to move forward, dealing with their own fears around commitment. But they want to move forward. Listen to this. Speeding motorbike. They want to move forward so badly, but they're trying to hold themselves back until it's the right time. So I definitely feel there's a protection while there's chaos going on, especially if there is a karmic partner, because I do feel, they give me fear, if there is a karmic involved in this, whether it's someone they're married to or engaged to or living with or involved with, or it could be a friend they're close to or a family member, and this could be someone who's very controlling or manipulative in some way or doesn't want to let them go, you're being protected from any dark energy. Now, I'm not saying they're doing black magic on you. Some of you may feel that way. Remember, you're always protected, but you'll sense this in your crown chakra and in your third eye and in your senses, in your gut. But they may be sending psychic attack energy to you, especially if you know who they are. Okay, if you are aware of them, they may be doing that. So this is a protection right now. You're being protected from any darkness, because when I'm connected with the tower, I'm seeing this as someone else. This isn't you, this isn't them, this is someone karmic around them that's causing a problem. So you are protected from that energy right now, because this person, if they feel they're going to lose, whether it's losing your person or losing money or losing face or whatever it is, they may get very toxic. And that's why the Python come through for them as well, because I really feel your person is aware of this person's dark side or negative side, that they could cause problems, not just for them, but for you. So you're being protected. So your masculine is trying to protect you right now as well from anything karmic going on. Because this person could try and cause problems for you. They could kind of turn up where you work and cause an issue. Or they could be negative. It's like what I'm sensing here, and this sounds really, really bad, but it's like this person would throw energetic acid at you. Okay, so I'm not saying they would turn up and throw acid at you, but this is what it would feel like, or throw a knife at you, or like a psychic attack. So I feel you're being protected by angels, you're being shielded from any chaos. So that's why it's so important to protect your own energy right now as well, if there is something karmic going on. So because I'm picking up on this, I'm going to bring in the Karmic Partner Speaks Oracle. So what does the karmic partner want to say? And I have actually ordered a lot of new cards for the channel, including a really kind of dark, intensive karmic deck as well. So I'll be able to do a proper karmic reading soon when I get that one. I just want to see what the energy is around this karmic, because I feel they do feel threatened and they feel alert that something is going to happen. So we are living separate lives, and they will sense that something's changing, because your masculine desires you and wants to undress you and wants a life with you. And that's what's changing. That's a decision to make that happen. So they are aware that they're not living the life the same way that maybe they once were. And that's put them on high alert. They're also saying, try and see it from my side. So from a higher perspective, this is why it's so important to have compassion for the other person and not hold resentment or send any negativity to them, because they are just trying the best too. They're a soul. They've assisted with your growth and their growth. Your growth is you remembering your own power. They've assisted your person's growth as well to move them forward through a catalyst connection. So they're saying, try and see it from my side. Of course, I'm going to be defensive. Of course, I'm afraid. Of course, I'm worried, because I don't know what's coming for me either. So try and see it that way. And he is clumsy and messy. So she may be, or he may be very annoyed by what they are doing, because your person may be clumsy and messy around the house, or clumsy and messy in this journey. Clumsy and messy is also about making a mess. Like what I'm feeling as well is like your person hasn't perhaps hidden things well enough. Not that they should ever hide the connection with you anyway, but if they are trying to hide it a little bit, or until they come out in the open, they've been very clumsy and messy about that. So I feel this karmic partner is well aware that you are talking to your person, or they are thinking about you, or something's happened and it's left behind this clumsy mess. So this is why your person's karmic partner, whether it's someone they're romantically involved with or some family member or friend, whomever, is getting defensive, and they may well be sending attack energy to you, psychic attack, negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, because they feel threatened and worried. And they don't need to know about you directly, by the way. They may know about you. If they don't know about you, this is coming through the energy of them being aware that something isn't right. So you're going to pick up on that, because obviously if they're sending that energy to someone that your person is involved with, it's going to come to you. So make sure you're calling on Archangel Michael to shield you, to cleanse you. Don't worry about it. You're protected by angels. It's very clear in this card here with these feathers that you and your person are both protected from this. Remember, what you give out, you get back. So if this karmic partner is sending negativity out, it's going to go back to them anyway. And if you feel it coming to you, don't send it back to them. Give it to heaven for transmutation. Okay, give it to heaven for cleansing. Because you don't want to get involved in that at all. You say, Father, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. And you don't want to get involved in sending any negativity back or doing black magic or anything like that. You just want to trust in the angels and the universe that you are protected, you are safe, and your journey is moving forward in divine timing. And I feel that's why I'm seeing this, which is some kind of life belt. I'm seeing it as a pair of shoes or a pair of feet with something in front where they're not able to move forward yet, because you're being protected by God for your highest good. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.